Captain Lisa Martinez watched the holographic display flicker to life aboard the UES Defiance, her weathered hands gripping the command chair as the alien transmission began to decode. The bridge fell silent as the message played, each word cutting through the crew like a blade. To the humans of the third planet, the synthetic voice translated from the Quellian language, "Your species has been deemed unworthy of continued existence. We have observed your primitive ways, your endless conflicts, your destruction of your own world. The Galactic Council has voted unanimously. You have 72 standard hours to prepare for extermination." The transmission ended, leaving only the hum of the ship's engines to fill the oppressive silence. Lisa's jaw tightened as she processed the ultimatum. 3 days to live, according to beings who had never set foot on Earth, never witnessed humanity's capacity for both creation and redemption. "Ma'am," Communications Officer Rebecca Thompson spoke quietly, "we're receiving similar messages across all human colonies. The aliens aren't bluffing." Lisa nodded grimly. The Quellians and their allies commanded a fleet that dwarfed anything humanity could muster. Technologically superior, numerically overwhelming, they possessed weapons that could crack planets, like eggs. Any conventional military response would be futile. But Lisa Martinez hadn't survived the Outer Rim wars by accepting defeat. "Thompson, open a channel to Earth Command. Priority Alpha," she ordered, "and get me Admiral Patricia Clark on the line." Within minutes, the familiar face of Earth's top military commander appeared on screen, her silver hair pulled back in a regulation bun, her steel-gray eyes reflecting years of impossible decisions. "Lisa, I assume you've received the same charming message we have," Clark said without preamble. "I have. What's our response time?" "Every ship, every station, every military installation is being mobilized. We're pulling back our deep space explorers, recalling our diplomatic missions. If we're going to make our last stand, it'll be together." Lisa leaned forward. "Admiral, I have an idea. It's unconventional, but it might be our only shot." Clark raised an eyebrow. "I'm listening." The Quellians made one critical error in their assessment. They think they understand humanity based on our surface behaviors, our wars, our mistakes. They don't comprehend what makes us truly dangerous. "Which is?" Lisa's lips curved into a cold smile. "Our refusal to die quietly." 2 days later, as alien fleets gathered at the edge of human space like storm clouds, Lisa found herself in an unlikely meeting aboard the diplomatic vessel Harmony. Across from her sat 2 figures who represented everything the Quellians claimed to protect. Ambassador Kira Volkov, an elf-like being from the peaceful Silvani Republic, and Dr. Amy Chen, a human xenobiologist who had spent years studying galactic civilizations. "The Council's decision is final," Kira said, her ethereal features marked by genuine sorrow. "I tried to speak for your species, but the evidence against you was overwhelming. The wars, the pollution, the constant aggression." Amy shifted uncomfortably. "Kira, you have to understand. Humans are more complex than the data suggests. Yes, we fight. But we also love, create, sacrifice for others." "The Quellians don't see it that way," Kira replied. "They view humanity as a cancer that will spread throughout the galaxy if left unchecked." Lisa stood, moving to the viewport, where she could see the approaching alien armada, hundreds of ships, each one capable of sterilizing entire worlds. "Tell me, Ambassador, what would change their minds?" "Nothing," Kira said quietly. "The vote was unanimous. Even my people abstained rather than oppose it. Then we'll have to show them instead of tell them." Lisa activated her personal communicator. "Thompson, execute Protocol 7. Across human space, a carefully orchestrated plan began to unfold. Every human vessel, from massive battleships to tiny cargo haulers, began broadcasting on all frequencies. Not words, but something far more: powerful memories. The aliens received thousands of data streams showing humanity's true nature: a firefighter carrying a child from a burning building, scientists working together to cure diseases, artists creating beauty from nothing, soldiers laying down their lives to protect strangers, mothers singing lullabies, teachers inspiring students, engineers building bridges across impossible chasms. But most importantly, They saw humans at their darkest moments choosing to be better. Veterans of bitter wars helping their former enemies rebuild. Environmental activists fighting to heal their damaged world. Diplomats extending hands in friendship to those who had once been adversaries. The transmissions continued for hours, an unending stream of human experience that painted a picture far different from the cold statistics the Quellians had reviewed. Kira watched the data feeds with growing amazement. "I had no idea," she whispered. "The Council never showed us this side of humanity." Amy nodded. "We're not perfect. We make terrible mistakes, sometimes catastrophic ones. But we learn. We grow. We become better than we were." The alien fleet had stopped advancing, their commanders undoubtedly reviewing the unexpected intelligence. Lisa allowed herself a moment of hope before her tactical officer's voice cut through the bridge. "Captain, we're detecting energy buildups across the enemy fleet. They're powering weapons." The hope died. The Quellians had seen humanity's soul and found it wanting. "All ships, this is Captain Martinez," Lisa broadcast across the human fleet. "They've made their choice. Now we make ours. Today we show the galaxy what it means to be human. Not through our words, but through our actions. Stand fast. Stand together. Stand proud." What happened next would be remembered throughout galactic history as the Terran miracle. As Quellian weapons charged to eliminate the human fleet, something unprecedented occurred. Ships from across the galaxy began dropping out of hyperspace between the two forces. Sylvani vessels, their organic hulls shimmering like starlight. Kresh battlecruisers, their crews having abandoned neutrality. Even some Quellian ships, their captains refusing to participate in genocide. Kira's voice came over the communications. A ray, now speaking for a coalition of species who had watched the human transmissions. "The motion to reconsider the extermination order has been accepted by emergency vote. Humanity is granted a reprieve pending full council review." Lisa sank into her command chair, the weight of 3 days settling on her shoulders. They had won not through superior firepower or cunning strategy, but by showing the galaxy who they really were. The message that had prompted humanity's response was one of threatened annihilation, but the response itself became something greater. Proof that even in the face of extinction, humans would choose to reveal their best selves rather than surrender to their worst. In the end, the galaxy learned that humanity's greatest strength wasn't their technology or their tactics, but their unwavering belief that tomorrow could be better than today, and their willingness to fight for that possibility even when all seemed lost.